My name is Ben Nemzer and I'm a magician. One of my specialties is close-up magic, which is magic with ordinary objects, decks of cards, ropes, rubber bands, and I do that all over New York City. I'm gonna teach you some of the basics of magic that you guys can start performing right away. Ethics in any art form, especially in magic, are very important, and it's kind of the do's and the don'ts of what's respected within the community. I think first and foremost is creative property is probably the biggest issue in magic. And basically, if you come up with an idea, it's yours. A lot of people like to steal other people's material. And something to think about, especially if you're trying to become a magician or learn magic through these Howcast videos, is if you see something, just because you see something that somebody else performs doesn't mean that now you can perform it the same way that they're doing it. A lot of time, maybe somebody created an effect or an illusion or a trick, and they're the only ones doing it because they created it, and you should respect that. Another big important thing is exposing magic. And I know it almost sounds redundant. Why am I teaching magic with Howcast if you're not supposed to expose magic? But there's a huge difference between showing somebody how a trick is done and teaching them a trick that is appropriate for their level of magic at the time. And now everything I'm teaching you here is very, very rudimentary, beginner magic, and it's a great way to get started is to learn some really cool beginner magic. You can even go to the library and pick out some books. 793.8 is the call number. But you know, you don't want to just give away tricks. There's a huge difference between teaching tricks and teaching how a trick is done. Exposure is number two. It's a very big thing. There's a very important rule in magic that you know, that can be broken if it's done correctly, but is you don't do the same magic trick twice for the same group of people. And when you do magic, you want to, you want to instill wonder. You want someone to be surprised. You want them to, not know how things are done. You want it to be magic. You don't want it to be a puzzle. You don't want it to be the spectator against the magician. You want everyone to be on the same side. And if you do a trick for somebody once, they don't know what's going to happen. They're blown away. They're having fun. It's exciting. And then as soon as somebody says, do it again, they know what's going to happen. And now all of a sudden, it's not a situation where you're going to experience magic. It's a puzzle, and someone's watching it with a different mindset. They're watching it to figure it out. So I think you always want to remember why you're doing magic for somebody.